Your videos don't suck. You're just lost. That's something I told myself after failing to watch my own video. If I couldn't continue my own video, how was someone else supposed to? That's when the biggest thought came to my brain. I need to make videos I love, but how? How do you do it? How do you make videos you love? I'm glad you asked, and I know exactly how, or at least I thought I knew, because in the 8 years I've been on YouTube, I've made 20 videos, 7 shorts, 13 longs, and in return, I disliked them all. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the videos, I enjoyed editing, but something was off. I couldn't bring myself to watch it again. I guess it makes sense. Beastification was booming, and I ended up posting videos I thought were good, which ultimately led nowhere. But then, I found other creators who really opened my eyes. In a way, they inspired me to pick up the camera, and eventually I started practicing filmmaking, getting better with angles, and it felt good. But I had forgotten my source of inspiration, which led me to being a knockoff this guy. And by no means am I an artist. Although, maybe one day I'll pick up the marker. Anyway, I want to learn how to make good videos, and probably so do you. But to do that, I need to take a few steps back. Well, actually, to find what I'm looking for, we're gonna have to go farther back. A couple years back. 8 years so far back, I can't remember. All I know is a few things. I was sick as a dog, I was fed ramen, and my father had just introduced me to a special movie. Spirited Away. This movie is everywhere in my hippocampus, and it introduced me to Miyazaki Hayao, the author and the creator of the movies you've probably seen before. Ponyo is the movie of my childhood. It's a movie that only brings me joy, which I now realize is the missing piece to my puzzle. Joy. The feeling I failed to portray in my videos. If I'm gonna create a great story, I'm gonna have to figure out how these guys made theirs. But you know the saying, el que habla mucho, poco hace. So let me stop talking and begin the research for creating a great story. Start making videos you love. Interesting. So grab a notebook, a pen, because we'll be studying the anatomy of a great video. If you couldn't tell, I spend most of my time here, in my room. It may seem like a luxurious studio, but there's actually more to it. Not only is it the place where I sleep or stay productive, but it's the place where I film almost all of my videos. If I want to improve my videos, something's gonna have to change. I often look around my room for inspiration, but lately I feel like it's been missing. So I went online, started searching. The hunt lasted days. But there wasn't much to buy because, well, my wallet was empty. Fuck. After I placed the order, I got in my car and drove to pick up the secret package. Because I got what I needed, it was time to set everything up. A green checkered mouse pad, a mushroom lamp, the art of Ponyo, and bear. Okay, I didn't buy this bear. Is it a bear? I don't know. It was a gift from my job, and it's kind of funny looking. Dinosaur office. None of these items are random. The pad is for decoration. The mushroom lamp is for aesthetics. And the art of Ponyo is just something that I'll flip through from time to time for inspiration. But I still had work to do. I knew my videos sucked, so I watched old movies. I watched videos on writing books. I watched everything you probably wouldn't. Then I put everything in my notes, but I can't explain what I learned just yet. It'll ruin the surprise. But I did learn my writing and my filming skills were still horrible. So we can save those two for later and start talking about the most important part in creating. Well, the most important part in creativity isn't around you. It's inside of you. It's really important to be yourself. It sounds obvious, but that's something we actually forget to do. How often do you stumble on a page and say, dang, this dude knows exactly what he's doing? You see, we let the work of others dictate our own. Next thing you know, we're staring at a black screen, not knowing where to begin. You're not alone on this. This is called writer's block. We already know what a good video looks like, so when it's our turn, our perfectionism kicks in, and we end up stuck. Some people can argue that this is a bad thing, but it's actually a great thing. It just means you're trying to do great and you're willing to put in a little extra time for it. But now that we have everything we need, it's time to open up Milanote. Milanote is the platform we will be using to create the bigger picture I was talking about in Act 1. Over the span of days, I've collected many cinematic scenes I found interesting. Some of these scenes are very recently, and some of them are from my childhood. I just love the way these shots look, so for the best inspiration, I put them in my mood board. Oh, and all it took was one click. Isn't that crazy? But Milanote is more than a photo storage. Because of its features, I was able to create a storyboard. Milanote is great for storyboarding, and I suck at drawing, but I managed to grab similar clips, copy and paste it, drag a note over it, and plan out this entire video. Colors are really important to me, and the color green isn't my favorite color, but something about it just brings pictures to life. I put colors I found appealing in my mood board, and I've been using them for this video. Next was writing and filming. And remember when I said I was saving a surprise? Well, I learned a lot from a man named Richard Powers. And no, he didn't have powers, but he had a lot to say. We can be much more seduced by emotions and feelings, and can the viewer recognize themselves in the story? But writing and filming is something that'll take practice and time, so I guess that sums up what I put in the note.